Is your AI sounding like a robot? Well, that's because you're missing 3 simple prompts. Today, I'm going to show you those 3 prompts and how to make sure your AI sounds like a human. No prompt engineering degree, no complicated frameworks. Just copy these 3 formats, paste them into ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, whatever your preferred LLM is, and I guarantee you'll love the results. Without squirrel ado, let's get into it. All right, so let me show you what I mean here. We're going to do something very broad, but I want to just start off with a simple prompt, right? Which, I'm sure 90% of people are prompting AI like this. Write an email to a client about our consulting services, right? You can expand on it. What industry are you targeting, et cetera, et cetera. But I just want to show you the difference in prompts when we update. Okay. Hi, client's name. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to reach out and introduce you to our consulting services at your company name. We specialize in helping organizations like yours streamline operations, optimize performance, and achieve measurable growth. I mean, already it's sounding a little sloppy, right? So now let's improve. And we're going to paste in our updated prompt here. Write an email to a client about our consulting services. Avoid these phrases. I hope this finds you well, comprehensive solutions, leverage, expertise, drive results, transformative, delve in, et cetera, et cetera. Write like you're explaining to a friend. And let's see what we get instead. And it's going to give us 2 responses, which is great. Look at this. Love it. So just comparing side by side, I wanted to share a bit about what we do at our team. Works with businesses to solve problems, plan smarter, and make everyday operations run more smoothly. We've helped clients with things like improving workflows, setting clear strategies, and managing changes that come with growth. Every project is different, so we take time to understand what is really going on before jumping in with ideas. If you're curious, I'd be happy to set up a quick chat to see what's on your plate and whether we can help. That sounds very relatable, I didn't give it any of my voice in past writings, but that sounds like something I would write, which is wonderful. Now, let's go on to the other response. I wanted to reach out to tell you a bit about what we do at. We help businesses figure out what's working, what's getting in the way, and how to make everyday operations run smoother. Our team works with clients on things like planning, process improvement, and solving tricky organizational challenges. We don't believe in one-size-fits-all advice. We take time to understand how your business actually runs and build a plan that fits. If you're open to it, I'd love to set up a short call to talk about what you're focusing on right now and see if we can help. Does sometime next week work for you? I feel like that's, it's not too aggressive, right? But I like this response more personally. So, okay, now let's move on to our second prompt. The key here is, AI needs to know what to avoid, right? If you don't tell it, it defaults to its formal generic responses. And as you can see with this prompt is just by making that little tweak, right? Write it like you're explaining it to a friend and avoid these phrases. It made it such a human sounding message. I really, really loved just that slight change in the prompt. Now, for our second example, it's all about our voice, how we sound, right? So I'm going to do 2 prompts. I'm going to say, write a LinkedIn post about AI tools. Now look at this. This is, it's not bad, but as you can see here on the screen, to me, it sounds like AI, maybe because I'm working in these tools every single day. So let's improve on this. And you can start a fresh prompt if you wanted to, right? So let's just create a new chat. And we want to start off with giving it our writing style, right? And this is where you would paste in your writing style. Now, this is where you post as much context as you want to give it. Now, I don't have too much long form writing styles, but let's say you have past emails to a client and you really love the way you communicated with that client. Maybe you closed the deal, maybe not. Nevertheless, it's your voice. You want to paste it in this part of the prompt, okay? This is my most recent post. I try to keep things simple, straight to the point. And look at the difference here. Look at the difference, right? It doesn't have all that AI slop, generic response, too long to read. This is a very simple post for LinkedIn that matches my style. I don't like creating essays on LinkedIn. I like creating more verbal hooks and getting straight to the point, and then the full breakdown in bio, or you paste it right there in the LinkedIn post, right? I'm loving the simplicity of this one. It's just so much better than the other response. So I highly recommend you give this a try, depending on what your industry is, depending on what it's for. It doesn't have to be for LinkedIn posts. It could be for your newsletter. It could be for anything, really. The trick is give it your writing style and then say, now write me a blank post that matches this voice exactly. And you're going to find that compared to just saying, write me a blank post, depending on the platform, versus this one, you're going to love the output a lot more. Now, moving on to prompt number 3. This is the context first approach. Now, here's what most people do wrong. They give AI an instruction with zero context. Listen, I'm guilty of this as well. I still do this on a daily basis, depending on what I'm searching. But I'm going to show you how to fix that. Let's create a new prompt, and we're going to paste this in here. Context, audience, small business owner, non-technical, overwhelmed by AI hype. Their pain points, wants to use AI, but doesn't know where to start. Our service, AI set up for one specific task, not a comprehensive strategy, which you're seeing a lot of this, mumbo jumbo, this slop being spewed everywhere. Their main question, will this save time or just add more work? Tone, direct, practical, no hype. Now, write an email about our AI consulting services. Now, fill in the blank, right? Depending on your industry, depending on your audience, their pain points, you know them and your industry better than anybody else, right? You know their pain points, you know your service, and you know what their main question will be. And let's say, you just fill in the blank with everything else on this prompt. Now, we're just going to paste this in here. If you're like most small business owners right now, you're hearing AI everywhere, and you're wondering if it'll actually save time or just give you one more thing to manage. Here's our approach. We set up AI for one specific task that's already eating up your time. Things like writing emails, summarizing client notes, or organizing documents. No jargon, no long-term contracts, no AI strategy decks. Just one working solution that makes your day lighter. You tell us what slows you down, we handle the setup, you start saving hours every week without another system to babysit. Want to see what we can automate for you? Schedule a quick fit. This right here, honestly, I wouldn't even use this for email. I would slightly tweak this and just do the cold DM approach on LinkedIn. This is a great message. I'm impressed. Wow. And yeah, I wanted to keep today short and sweet. And that's it. 3 prompts that you can start using today to sound less robotic and get more out of your AI. Now, I'm not an AI expert. I'm building in public and sharing what actually works. If you'd like to see me make a particular video around a specific topic, drop a comment below. Let me know who you are, what you do, who your target audience is, and what your question is, and I will add a video to my queue, custom tailored just for you. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. My name is Marcelo. This is Clearmud, and clarity matters.